The other day when I went to Kinokuniya, and as I was looking for a solid Onesan manga to read, I started to hear boss music all of a sudden. And as the wind subsided, in the middle of a sea of Japanese manga and light novels, I was greeted by my Korean brother, Solo Leveling. Not gonna lie, at that moment, I dropped my whole pile of black tights and I had to shed one tear. Cause that tidy pile of Solo Leveling volumes showed me, as a Korean man, that I can make it in the manga world. Now, in my last Solo Leveling video, I came forward with some pretty harsh words about the series. This really stemmed from my disappointment of them murking these amazing waifus like the Demon Girl, and also dealing with the various man-childs that make up a good portion of this fanbase. Real talk though, listening to these basement sea cockroaches is like getting life lessons from an African warlord school master.
If you think you can graduate from this school without kissing my cock, you are dead wrong.
So yo boy had to return to Monkey, decompress the big brain thinking, and just enjoy Solo Leveling for what it is. And let me tell you, I'm very impressed with how the story progressed, and today I want to talk about it. Revy, hit him with a double pump. Before we get into the actual Monarch ball-busting action, we gotta get into the heart-busting action between Hein and Jinwoo. Them two be out here shooting a goddamn K-drama goblin episode. A blushing Hein be curing my depression, but Jinwoo, boy, if you don't get your BTS McDonald's chicken nugget meal looking ass, Versace Paris runway looking ass, Descendants of the Sun main protagonist looking ass out of here, I'm going back to Kinokuniya and I'm gonna put the pile of black tights on top of the Solo Leveling copies so yo ass gets Conor McGregor choked out by some black tights. Now real talk though, that whole interaction slash pseudo date officially makes this chapter the official GOAT of Solo Leveling fillers. Not only did they hit us with a sweating Hein in that kendo outfit drip,
I'm thirsty.
They hit us with both a blushing and smiling Hein as well. And when they hit us with that final panel, with that Your Name meteor star flying by, and you see a silhouette of Hein leaning her head on Jinwoo's shoulder, shit. That single panel got me so hyped, I called up the boys and we did a reenactment of the Solo Leveling gate opening and closing. Now let's quickly pivot to the main subject on hand, and that's the all-out Monarch war between the Frost Monarch, the Beast Monarch, Plague Monarch, and of course the Shadow Monarch, Jinwoo. Two of the points I made in my Solo Leveling issues video was that newly introduced characters were overgassed and the plot is predictable. It's always Jinwoo shows up, his eyes turn purple, and he eats all the enemies the story has been hyping for the last several chapters. But this arc, man oh man, Solo Leveling author, you really got me good with this one. One of the things that really stood out for me was this was the first time in a very long time where we see how human Jinwoo is. And to take it a step further, in these chapters, you realize how much more Jinwoo could grow, which is something in the last several arcs that was not apparent at all. Honestly speaking, when the Beast Monarch showed up in Solar, I didn't really give it that much thought at all. Even though my mans was biting off the full ass face of full grown man and throwing shit around like King Kong, I was like, what does it matter anyway? Jinwoo's just gonna show up and murk this fool. Then you quickly cut to the Beast Monarch vs Thomas Andre fight. And boy, Andre looked like a Shiba Inu getting scolded by his master. We proceed to the Beast literally WWE face slamming Thomas. Like, god damn! My boy went from the top alpha man of the Hunter world to a beta boy toy for Monarchs. Like, Andre can't seem to catch a break. And I don't personally believe in participation medals, but I think in this case, Thomas definitely deserves one. Finally, of course, Jinwoo shows up to the scene with his whole ass shadow army to save the day. In response, the Frost Monarch and Plague Monarch shows up, and this started to look like a 6-man tornado tag team match. And this battle scene was a literal feast to the eyes. But real talk though, Beru stole all the thunder. In that one scene when he came fluttering in and the Plague Monarch is like, "Come here my child," and Beru is like, "Move bitch, get out the way."
If you think I'm here to play around with y'all, god damn it, I'm not.
All right, Mr. O'Neill.
That, my friend, is why Beru is best girl. Now, this story took a crazy turn when Jinwoo started to cough out blood. In that moment, I had to lean back and had the "girl, you trippin" face on. And man, when Beru was about to die, my reading posture became as straight as Taiga's flat chest. Then the trump card was when Beast Monarch pierced his claws completely through Jinwoo.
What? But you can't do this to me.
In that moment, I got up and let out a Ant Shadow Soldier mating call. What in the world am I reading? We went from solo leveling to getting a solo beating real quick. So y'all, I stand here corrected, and I'm ready to integrate myself back in the Shadow Army. Even though I had many issues with some of the writing, and more so with some of the fans, it can't be argued that solo leveling is one hella entertaining series, and it deserves all the hype it has received thus far. And my dream is that when solo leveling paves its way in the comic and manga world, this gives more opportunity for other manhwas to enter the market. Anyways y'all, thank you guys for showing support. This has been your boy Yi-Man. Peace out.